Columbia made some breaking news today because they were forced to make an announcement that for the rest of the semester, their classes will be offered in a hybrid/online fashion because they cannot guarantee the safety of students and faculty. Let's take a look.
My name is Jessica Schwab, and last night my friends and I were surrounded by a group of pro-Palestinian protesters. They started looking at us like sort of funny, and they were like, mic check, mic check.
Mic check! Mic check! Repeat after me! Repeat after me! We have Zionists! We have Zionists! Who have entered the camp! Who have entered the camp!
They were like, let's form a human chain. Everyone lock arms, let's form a human chain, and we're going to push the Zionists out.
We are going to create a human chain!
We are going to create a human chain!
Where I am standing!
Where I am standing!
So that
they
do not pass this point!
They do not pass this point!
And infringe upon our privacy!
And infringe upon our privacy!
And try to disrupt our community!
And try to disrupt our community!
Eerily calm hymn, and they were all like singing it very low. It was freaky.
Walk and take a step forward.
Yeah, I absolutely feel threatened.
See, they're like repeating the freaking instructions like you nimwits. You are Ivy League university students. Do you need to repeat the instructions? It's so weird.
So that we can
Start
to push them out of the camp.
out of the camp!
One step forward.
One step forward!
Another step forward.
Another step forward!
This sort of activity needs to stop. It's discriminatory, and everyone should have equal access to all of the campus resources.
By any means necessary. More than 100 people were arrested last week. Last night, they arrested several more because there's been this insane, violent encampment in the middle of Columbia's campus over the last several days. They call it the Gaza Solidarity Encampment.
History. Colombia is complicit in the slaughter of Palestinians.
Colombia is complicit in the slaughter of Palestinians!
Shafiq, what do you say?
Ah, yes, because dance parties for Palestine are how you stop conflict in the Middle East. Thank you, Colombia, for the powerful reminder. Thank you.
They've kicked me out of my housing. They confiscated our items after the sweep.
Of course, they won't tell you why they got kicked out of student housing. Maybe it's because they were violently threatening other students. Maybe it's because they were engaging in behavior that was against the code of conduct at a private elite university.
I had no way of getting warm clothing. I had no way of getting food. I told them I needed my medication. I told them I needed my house key. I told them I needed my telephone. And they said it's not an emergency.
Completely organic protest with matching tents. These tents appear to have come from maybe like an REI or a Sierra Trading outlet or some sort of outdoor company, but they're basically all the same tent. These are students paying $90,000 a year to go to this university voluntarily. They don't have to. Nobody is holding a gun to their head and saying, you must go to Columbia. Brick by brick, wall by wall, Columbia will fall. Earlier this year, this Professor Joseph Howley called October 7th a military response. What happened when the completely genocidal terrorist actions were taken by Hamas on October 7th. And now this is what he is saying to students on campus.
Positions about the nature of language and politics at our university. Discipline and hiring and firing on live television and seeming to bargain away the careers of my colleagues in the face of political pressure. And today, still clinging after 6 months to the idea, 6 months and an actual chemical attack on protesters on our campus, still clinging to the idea that rhetoric and words are a form of threat and unsafety on this campus. In the name of public safety, they have endangered every single member of this campus community and our students in particular by bringing the police onto campus.
And you have individuals like this Jewish professor whose campus access was revoked with no prior warning because Columbia could no longer guarantee his safety.
Okay, I'm walking with Professor Shai Davidai right outside the gates of Columbia University's campus. He's going to try to enter campus. He has his Columbia University ID. He's trying to enter.
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shai.
Sorry, 1 second. I want to get this on video that they have deactivated. This is the sound. This is the sound of civil rights being denied of a Jewish professor.
But could I ever have predicted that a professor employed, a liberal, leftist professor for the record, employed by an Ivy League university would randomly at 2 a.m. on a weeknight have his access to his place of employment revoked because the school could no longer guarantee his safety, and in an act of counter-protest against his identity, decide you're not welcome to teach at the school that we hired you to teach at? No, I could have never predicted that. And I've seen it all.